Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Avalyn Pharma Inc. Avalyn just filed an 8K announcing a material definitive agreement, and I am seeing a potential expansion that could be a sign of growth. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is expanding its office space, and while that sounds simple, for a biotech firm like Avalyn Pharma, it can signal a lot of good things are happening behind the scenes. Alright, let's dive into this filing from Avalyn Pharma Incorporated. It's a current report, meaning something important just happened that the company needs to tell the public about. The event we are looking at happened on June 29th, 2026. This is for Avalyn Pharma Incorporated, a company in the healthcare and biotechnology sector. You might know their stock ticker, AVLN. They have a market cap of about $1.3 billion, and the stock has been trading in the $30 range recently. They are considered an emerging growth company, meaning they are still in their earlier stages and have the option to follow less strict accounting rules for a while longer. The main piece of news here under item 1.01 is about a new agreement the company has entered into. Specifically, it is a first amendment to a sublease. Think of it like this: if your company has an office lease and you decide to let another company use part of that space, that is a sublease. This filing tells us Avalyn Pharma has amended its existing sublease. This amendment is significant because it changes the terms of their office space agreement. They have a sublease for about 8,774 rentable square feet in Boston, Massachusetts. Now here is where it gets interesting. They are expanding their lease space from the original amount. They are increasing it to approximately 13,708 rentable square feet. This is a pretty substantial jump, almost doubling their office footprint. What does this mean? It likely means they are growing, more employees, more projects, and a need for more physical space to conduct their business. This expansion comes with a cost, of course. Their future lease payments will increase by about $924,000 over the rest of their lease term. That is a considerable amount, but it's likely a necessary investment for a growing company. Under the exhibit section, we see the actual document detailing. This sublease amendment is filed as Exhibit 10.1. This is the primary document that lays out all the new terms and conditions for their expanded office. The report is signed by Lynn Baranowski, the Chief Executive Officer of Avalyn Pharma Incorporated. This shows the top leadership is aware and approving of this expansion. Now, let's put this in context. Avalyn Pharma is a biotech company. For these types of companies, growth often means needing more lab space, more research facilities, and more office space for their expanding teams. This sublease amendment signals that they are confident enough in their future to commit to more long-term real estate. It suggests that their research and development pipelines might be progressing well, leading to the need for more personnel and resources. We see from external reports that Avalyn Pharma has recently been added to the Russell 2000 index, which is another indicator of growth and increased market presence. This office expansion aligns perfectly with such positive developments. Companies that are growing and performing well, like Avalyn Pharma appears to be, often expand their operational capacity. When a company like this takes on more space, it is usually a sign that business is good. It means they are planning for the future and expect to continue growing their operations. Think about it, no company would commit to paying for much larger offices if they were planning to shrink or were facing significant financial distress. This is a positive signal indicating forward momentum. The increase in lease payments, while significant at over $900,000, needs to be viewed against the company's overall financial health. While this filing doesn't give us the detailed financial statements, the fact that they are publicly traded means we can look at their market cap and stock performance, which, as mentioned, suggests a company that is doing reasonably well. For their size and with their recent inclusion in indices, this kind of expansion seems like a calculated step rather than a risky gamble. My biggest concern with any expansion is always the cost and whether the company can sustain it. However, for a biotech company like Avalyn Pharma, investing in infrastructure that supports growth is crucial. If their research leads to successful drug development, the returns could far outweigh the cost of this expanded office space. The risk I am watching is if this expansion is driven by short-term optimism rather than sustainable long-term growth in their drug pipeline. Alright, that is my take. Stay decoded. If you want the broker and charting tools I use, they are linked below. Grab a free sign up if you want to support the work.